Okay, hi, this is video 7 like I promised. So after this one, I'm done for today. But I'll be back tomorrow, but okay. This is a video about Family Matters. And it ran from 1989 to 1997. So 9 years. Okay. The main characters are Reginald Bell Johnson, Joe Marie Payton, sometimes Joe Marie Payton Noble, Rosetta Lenore, and all the kids. There was Kelly Channing Williams, Jamie Foxworth, and Brighton McClure. Before he was Brighton James, was on here as a little kid. Cousin Richie. And Thelma Hawkins played Aunt Rachel. So he played Richie from the age of like 3 to 9. And then there was I forgot his name, but someone played Eddie. It was the Winslow family. Okay, so Carl and Harriet Winslow. And Harriet came from another series where she played the elevator operator. So this was a continuation for her, or a spinoff. Okay, so this series was about a black family in Chicago and how they dealt with everything. Racial tension and your basic teen issues. Peer pressure, drinking, drugs, sex, you name it. They discussed it. And also, the reason why I didn't include this person in the original is because Jaleel White as Stephen Urkel was added on later because not too many people know this, but Family Matters was almost canceled the first season. And then they added Stephen Urkel as a neighbor, and then everybody was watching the show for Urkel. So that was huge. Okay, and then also there was a girlfriend, Myra, played by Michelle. She was also Michael Jamal Warner's girlfriend. She played his girlfriend on the show too. I'm just blanking with names for a second, but it'll come to me when I'm not thinking about it. Okay, so and just to give you context, Eddie was the oldest, and Jamie Foxworth, who played Judy, was the youngest, but then mysteriously Judy was written out after the first season. She just kind of disappeared. And then, of course, there were add ons later on in the series. Orlando Brown played 3J. Like I said, there were girlfriends, boyfriends, but not really boyfriends, but like, guest stars to play the boyfriend, girlfriend for a week. And then they had a brilliant idea. They had Jaleel White play Stephen Urkel and the Stefan Urkel. So, yeah. But yeah. And what's funny is it this happened later on in the series, obviously. But Stefan proposed to Laura and she said yes. Then it took until the 8th season, almost the 9th season, for her to realize she was in love with Steve Urkel. And then they got engaged. And then they didn't get married, but it was like the end of the series. They got engaged, and then he went off to join some space program, the student space program, and then he came back home, and that's when they ended it. So, I mean, as for like, if you're comparing, okay, to compare, because that's what I'm trying to do here. Okay. Full House was set in San Francisco, and Family Matters was set in Chicago. A completely Caucasian family versus a African American family. A true family with a couple add-ons, with a couple, like a true family element with only one add-on. So there are differences there. There wasn't the My Two Dads thing. It was a normal family just dealing with everyday pressure. Only you added the aunt and the cousin, and it was Harriet's family. So it wasn't like the dad knew. Like, okay, Danny's friends are the reason why they're in the house. This was more helping out Harriet's sister. And, you know, kind of your sister too by marriage. But, and then she was given a restaurant, which Steve burned down. And then, you know, Laura worked in the restaurant, you know, this a whole thing. And also there was a racial episode. I mean, they were all kind of racial, but there's this one episode that even I teared up. Eddie was supposedly a white cop. There were two cops. There was an older cop and a younger cop, and they were paired together, right? Okay. So then Eddie is supposed to be driving in a white neighborhood, so he's unusual in the neighborhood. So he gets pulled over just because he's black. And then he's been forced to lie on the ground, and for no reason. He wasn't doing anything. He didn't give the cop any lip or anything. And the reason why they titled the episode "Good Cop, Bad Cop" is because Carl Winslow tells Eddie, you know, son, you just have to shake it off. You have to file a report. You have to just move on, you know. And Eddie wants to really do something about it. And why can't we do more? And, you know, and then so then Carl's reaction is, I'll check into it. So then Eddie thinks that he doesn't believe him. And then he has to explain to him that, son, I do believe you, but as a cop, I have to check it out. So he goes to this little hole in the wall, like donut shop, and then he meets two cops. And the good cop is like, you know, nice, decent, saying if I had known that it was your son, I wouldn't have done anything. And then the other cop is like, well, but he wasn't following the rules. And he wasn't in the right neighborhood. And Carl says, whoa, whoa, whoa. So you want to tell me there's a difference between a good neighborhood and a bad neighborhood? And then he says, well, he says two things that I remember, which that's what makes me cry. The whole episode made me tear up, but this one really made me cry because the white guy, who's a cop, the younger guy, says, because he asks him, why do you want to be a cop? And he says, just to help people and to get the bad guys off the street. He said, okay, that's a good reason, son. But your problem is one of your partner is the bad cop. And then the nail in the coffin for the episode is he says to the other one, He says, I don't know how that badge stays on because it's pinned to slime. Yep, he said that. So, yeah. Oh, the girl played Myra is Michelle Thomas. She also was Malcolm Jamal Warner's girlfriend for a couple of years. And she played Justine, his girlfriend on The Cosby Show. That's it. Okay, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoy all my videos.